Okay, so you can see what I mean about the pooling of the glue. But I think that it is dry enough to take it off its armature thingy. And the wax paper does tend to stick to it a bit, but that's okay, I think. And you want to be kind of careful so that you don't smush it too much while you're doing this. Not the easiest part of the process, getting it off the thing, but the ghost results I think are worth it. So oops. Okay, so you can see my thing here. Take that one off first. Get my hands full of glue again. Take the bottle. And sometimes you do have to kind of wiggle it a bit and stuff. It doesn't always want to cooperate too well. Talking as if I've made a lot of these again. But anyway. Okay. There you have it. So you can see that it still needs to dry. I usually put it on a new sheet of wax paper and leave it to dry some more, kind of like this. So here's the, yeah, I think it's dry enough to take the thing off, but it does definitely need more drying time. This is the first one I made with the baby wipes. Okay, note to self, if you put the wax paper so that it'll catch the pooling, not the wax paper, the plastic wrap, that makes a big difference too. Makes it easier when you get to this stage. Ooh, still quite wet right there. Okay, so the baby wipes doesn't work quite as well. Or maybe it's because, yeah, he's kind of flimsy. Maybe it's because I didn't have enough glue in the water. Or maybe it just needs more time to dry. Maybe I shouldn't have taken this off yet. Okay, and the big tall one on the ketchup bottle, I'm assuming, is not going to work either because it doesn't really have anything to stand on if I remove the bottle. But we'll see. Yeah. Also, I think it's not dry enough. This one was also made with the baby wipes. Yeah, it's collapsing on itself. It definitely wants more structure. Oh well, it does stand. Okay, maybe it's okay. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna make it dry some more. Maybe like that. I don't know exactly, but anyway. So yeah. So baby wipes don't work as well, is my conclusion. The dryer sheets work beautifully, but with the dryer sheets you're limited to how big you can make it because, you know, you only have the length of the dryer sheets. Okay, so now that they're really dry, they're actually stronger, sturdier. I don't know if I should try to remove the thing that I put them on though when they were drying, because I think without it they probably will get flimsy again. But I'm gonna try it. Cool! Huh. Okay, so it actually does work. You just have to let it dry. You just have to let it dry really well. Okay. Cool. So this one was, this tall one that I had made on the ketchup bottle was just on a paper towel tube. Move him out of the way. Awesome. Okay, this is exciting and making me happy. The smaller one with the baby wipes, I had put on a pop can. So again, I'll see what happens if I take it off the can, if I can. It might not be possible with this one. Oh, there it goes. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so I'm so happy that it actually does work. So this was the front. But I'm kind of liking that as the front, I think. I kind of like it from both angles, actually. Okay, so this big tall guy wants to make a liar out of me here. He wants to topple now, but... Oh, look, he's neat on the back. Okay. So he needs... He's unbalanced. This side's heavier, so that's the problem. So if I just put something on him on this side here, then it should be okay. Should hold him up there like an eraser or something. So anyway, okay, so I'll figure something out for that. Dryer sheets one worked really well. But, so yes, the trick is mostly that you need to let it dry really well for like 2 or 3 days. Isn't that just so cool? Wow. I'm so pleased with the way this one worked. Cool. It actually does work on this one too. It actually does work on this guy too. Cool. That's pretty neat. Okay, so I'm no longer discouraged about these ghosts. Cool. Okay, so what does it do with the big guy? Where did I put the big guy? Oh, there he is. Not bad. Of course, with the big guy, it's harder to hide the lamp. Idea for building a ghost. It probably won't work, but I still want to give it a try. I'm basically going to use yarn to drape over. It's basically the same idea again, just dipping the strands of yarn into the glue, and then covering up my little form here. I wanted to make it all white, but I don't have enough yarn for that. I just went into my stash. So I have different shades of blue, and I'm going to do it in stages, and see what happens. So, yeah. Now, I think that what happened with the ghosts, the baby wipes ones, is that this my new mixture had too much water in it, I think, and so I'm going to put more of the actual glue in there. And hopefully that'll fix things today. Yeah, hopefully that'll be better. Doing that mostly is just to make the glue go further. Because projects like these ghosts use up a lot of glue in a hurry. So I'm just going to mix that with an old brush brush handle. The brush itself fell off, and anyway, works good for this. That looks better. It seems less watery. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully this will work better. Okay, and I forgot to take my rings off before my hands get all full of glue. Okay, so I actually quite like the way this is looking. So I washed my hands enough to be able to turn the camera on again. So normally when I do projects like this, I would have my iTunes playing, and first so I'd color, have my Corey Hart and Tiffany. I put the darkest one, basically 80s music playing, but for first, copyright and so I have a few strands of while I'm filming dark also, but so I'm going to start with my darkest color here and just dunk it in there and drape it and see what happens. So yeah, I'm just going to keep building this, and it's my opinion that it looks kind of neat. And now that the glue is, they're mostly the same length, but stronger, it's not as much water. I think it might actually work, so hopefully. Because you can make those yarn balls, you build them up on a balloon, and then once it's dry you pop the balloon and it keeps its shape. So I'm thinking and hoping that this will work similarly. So yeah, we'll see. And later I'll show you and then kind of other ghosts what I did with them. The ones that really didn't work. The strands that hit the bottom, I'm trying to make kind of. And while I'm working on this, I also had another idea for a different kind of artistic ghost, I guess is the word. That was inspired by something I saw on TV one day years ago, but I don't remember what the show was or exactly what they were doing. But anyway, so yes, I will try that and see how that works out too. And I probably need to move this stash too. So I'm just basically, there we go, building up my ghost. I probably should have wax paper here to cover the glue area because it's making a mess, but oh well. This is what this desk is for creative messes. If you want to try this, I would love to see them. So you should do a video response or something. Anyway, I think you get the idea, and I'm going to try to turn the camera off without let it land putting all this glue on it. For the most part, sometimes I kind of give it a controlled direction or whatever, but this is messy fun. I think kids would enjoy doing this, but it would be extremely messy. Okay, I guess this is the next color. Only a few strands of that too. I was looking through what I had for yarn, and I had a bunch of like tiny little balls, and so I cut up what was left of those colors, and unfortunately that's pretty much all I had of the white, and so that's why This is mostly a blue ghost. I wonder what the history is of this sort of shape of a ghost. Like how it came to be recognized. Who drew the first one like that and stuff. I suppose I could probably find out if I googled it or something, but oh, the back's looking kind of neat. Sometimes I have trouble deciding where I'm going with it. Okay, I guess this is next. You can see him getting lighter and lighter. Even if I have to like stuff some plastic wrap or something in it to make it stand up when I'm done, I think it'll be okay. And that's actually an idea for the ones that didn't work the other day too, so I might do that. I did put paper towel tube in the tall one, and I put most of the armature back in the other one to see what that would do, see if it would dry better that way. So yeah, if this one works out, you could make them, you know, really tall or really small, or you know, you can make it whatever size you want, because it only really depends on the length of your strands of yarn. And I'm thinking that the more glue there is, the better it works. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that's the case because there's more of the hardening aspect to it that way. You could build it up too, like have different lengths of the yarn for the different parts. I guess this off-white is the next color. It's almost a flesh color. Weird, some parts of the glue are warm and others are kind of cold. Okay, and now the white, the last one. Kind of neat, I think. Let me know what you think. Even if it doesn't work out, you know, and it flops all to pieces and stuff, it's still kind of neat while it's in process, so it's worth it. It was worth the experiment, I think. I'm standing up now so that I can see what I'm doing at the back here, because this is my last bunch of strands. So I want to have some at the back too. So, yeah. A little bit time consuming, but fun. Draping some of these a bit differently. Okay, so he's done. So I'm going to set him aside to dry. This is the result. He turned out pretty good. And yeah, he stands on his own, and he's pretty cool. You can kind of see through him, so I think he's neat. Okay, so here's the other ghostly idea. Plastic wrap, tape. Okay, so I can already see that it needs a different shape. Oh yeah. Okay, this isn't going to work. Okay, so I remembered that whatever is in it is going to stay in it. So the paper and tube were not going to work. Okay, failed experiment. Okay, so next up I'm going to make a ghost out of this potato. I've peeled and rinsed this potato, and first off I'm going to make the bottom flat, and then I'm going to shape it a little bit. Just using my knife. Just making little triangular bits at the bottom. Okay, so that's the big shape that I made, and then I'm going to do a little, I'm going to gouge out eyes. And a mouth. So I don't know how well the camera will pick it up, but there you go. And so you can boil it and serve it like that on the plate. Maybe serve the ghost with the carrot pumpkins. I'm going to boil it and then I'll show you the results. Okay, next up I'm going to show you how to make this banana look like a ghost. It's very simple. You can make your ghost as tall or short as you want. Basically, I'm just going to cut him about there. and peel it, of course. Okay, my banana needs to be used in a banana bread or something. It's beyond ripe. So that basically is because I cut it that way basically so that he could stand up. And you can choose if you want it. You can choose which way you want him to face. I think I'm going to face him that way. And then you can use whatever you like. Candy, carob chips, or chocolate chips. These are carob chips. So I'm just going to... I'm trying to slice one in half. There we go. Okay, so I sliced a chip in half, and I'm just going to push that in the banana for the eyes. But like I said, you can use whatever you like, whatever candy or sprinkle or whatever. And then I'm going to use another carob chip, a whole one, and push it bottom so the bottom shows, and there's the eyes. And there you go. A simple, easy ghost, and it's a kind of a healthier treat, and a little bit healthier anyway. And you can freeze it, you can put it in your smoothies or something like that, or you could dip it in something like yogurt or something, and then freeze that, and then there you go. If you want to, you can get a little bit fancier. Put it like that so that you know, so that you're not gonna make it stop standing up. Also, it makes it easier because you just kind of push your knife in and then pull out. Just making triangular thingies. There you go. So then your bottom looks more fancy. And then I'll put the face in. Want to be careful when you're pushing the face in, because you don't want to break the banana or smush it too much. Banana ghost. My potato ghost is going a little crazy in there. And let me check on the... So I put the carrots on the grill. This one's kind of neat. So a couple ideas for these ghosts is that you could place the banana in your bowl and then put cereal or your oatmeal or whatever you're eating around it, or your fruit salad or something. You could have a ghost come out of your food, and serve it that way for breakfast or something. And you could have the pumpkin person, along the side if you're having fruit. You could even put that on sticking out of your waffle or something. Anyway, just a few ideas. The bottom of the fancier ghost is neat. It looks like a flower. So if you want to check if it's cooked through, I suggest checking through the bottom. It needs more time. So my potato ghost is ready, and here he is on the plate. So you can serve it, you can, add the veggies or whatever you eat with potatoes and stuff. And there are the carrots that I had put on the grill. I shouldn't have done that. So if you're gonna cook the carrots, I suggest boiling them as well. But anyway, so yeah, you can maybe your kids will eat their meal more if there's fun stuff like that on the plate. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, just an idea I wanted to share. And of course, you could also, carve a better looking ghost than I did, of course. But you could also carve a skeleton, or a skull, I should say, a skull, or something like that too. It doesn't have to be a ghost. Whatever you like.
Happy Halloween.